worse. But also another fantasy of mine, and one that we tried to make happen and then we just couldn't because of our schedules, was Rowena takes Amara shopping to Ruth and I really wanted to try and shoot that on our downtime in Vancouver, and then we were just up there at different times and it didn't happen. But maybe someday it still will, because Amara still needs a different outfit. I mean, I kind of think if we were to like have a little, you know, what's happening now with Chuck and Amara? I feel like she's probably in like his pajamas and wearing like a big t-shirt, and she hasn't showered in weeks and her hair's all crazy. Because she looked really good for a long time and very put together, and she was doing a lot of hard work. So I think, you know, she needs to just let it go for a while. Not shave her legs or anything. Just let it all go. Thanks. Occasionally I get to the end of something and I look over at the person and I'm like, did I even answer what that person said?
Hi.
Hi.
My question, because I first saw you on The Mentalist.
Yeah, Mentalist.
I was just wondering what it was like working with Simon and Robin.
Also amazing. I mean, I've been really, really lucky with getting to come onto these shows that are so solid and have been running for so long. I mean, it's incredible to me what both of them did on that show, but especially Simon, because he was, I mean, the show was him, and he was directing a lot, and he's an incredible director, and he's really, really good at what he does. It was fun to jump into that. It was, again, you know, trying to figure out how you fit into something that's been going for a while. And again, I was a character that was introduced to kind of shake things up and throw him off his balance. Which then backfired the whole rest of the season, because like my very first episode, if you don't know The Mentalist, the central character was this kind of a total oddball, like Sherlock Holmes type. You know, he was the one who always had the answers to the crimes, and everybody was like, how'd you figure that out? My character came in actually as an FBI. This is where I kind of got to use my college degree. And so he was really, you know, frustrated by that. So the whole rest of the season, he kept putting one over on me. But it was a lot of fun, and Robin is so lovely, and it was, I mean, I had more fun with what I got to do on this, just because it was such a much bigger playground, but they were really great to work with.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for coming. But my question was, what is your most memorable or weirdest memory from like on set?
My most horrible?
Memorable, sorry.
Oh, memorable.
Yeah,
I said my most horrible moment on set. Like, oh no. Oh no. My most memorable moment? Funniest. Well, I had so much fun when, I mean, it was just all great. But I had so much fun when I finally got to work with Ruth. Because as I know you have noticed, like there's not a lot of times on this show when you have two girls together and nobody else. I mean, there's, well, not yet, but when it happens, it's pretty fun. So Ruth and I found out we were going to get to do some stuff together, but the ridiculous part of it is that we were shooting in this freezing cold, like, silo. And all the crew was like in their not fleece, what is it, down jackets and hats, and they all had to wear hard hats because like stuff could fall from the ceiling and hit them, but of course the actors did not. And we're like prancing around in our little evening dresses and knocking things over apparently. And it was just like a bizarre situation. And again, you know, we were having to be, I mean, the darkness is always so dramatic and not much of a sense of humor. But Rowena is hilarious. And there was a pretty fun take where we decided we were going to prank the crew. And so Ruth was like, okay, I'm going to grab your boob. And then, you know, we're going to keep going. And we did it. And normally, like, when something like that happens in the middle of a take, well, not normally, but a lot of the times, you know, people will laugh, they'll cut. So she grabbed my boob, and there was no response at all. So, you know, there was kind of this moment of eye contact. We were like, all right, let's just keep going. So we finished the tape, and then afterwards we were like, haha. And they were all watching it, and they were just trying to be like so respectful. And I guess it's that thing, and you know, because it's mostly dudes, it's the thing in the head of like, no, don't pay too much attention to the boobs. Look. And so they assumed that it was just like this really deeply rooted acting choice. It wasn't supposed to be funny. It's a strange moment when when a fellow actor grabs your boob and her hand is there, and you expect a reaction, and nobody does anything. She was very gentle, though. Hi.
My question is, since Amara is good now, what do you think will happen if she goes back to the dark side?
What do you think will happen?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
Spoiled. Yeah, is she good? I mean, I think that we've seen with her that it's all relative. I mean, I think she had some pretty compelling arguments. That was one of the things that I few innocent people. You know, she was not treated fairly by her brother, and was trying to get somebody to pay attention to that. So, and I thought a lot of the arguments she raised, you know, when we first saw her, like when she was in the church and she was saying to the priest, like, wait, you guys all just believe this? Like nobody's seen him and you believe that this is God? And, oh my God, what's happening? I was getting mad. I think that it totally depends on whether or not she continues to feel like she's being heard. I think she would like to try and be good, because it seems to feel good to be good. And it's exhausting to be mad at everybody all the time. I mean, I thought that so much. Like, she spent so much energy just being so angry and killing people and being like, no, you suck. And it's just tiring. But I think it all depends on the family dynamics, which I'm sure will constantly be shifting, and whether they go into therapy, you know, work out their anger management issues, and can work things out in that way. But if she does go bad again, I mean, it could be more of the same. I don't know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that 5? Thank you.
Hi, I just want to say you are so beautiful and talented, and I really, whenever I watch your scenes, I really appreciate all the details, from your facial expressions to the way you look at people. I really like when we rewatch it and be like, look, see how she looks there? That's amazing.
Thank you, that's so sweet.
You're very welcome. But so my question was, how did you react when you heard that Amara was going to give Dean back his mom? Because that's pretty big, because she's been like over-arguing through the whole show, and so how did you feel when you read that?
I thought it was awesome, because I just love, this is another thing I love about a show like this, that a character that disappeared in the first episode, right? Like, imagine being Sam, and imagine getting that call after 11 years, like, oh hey, we're gonna bring you back. I mean, I loved it. I loved that it was so, I mean, it was nothing that I had ever imagined would happen, and I also loved how casual it was. That, you know, after all this conflict, we're in this beautiful garden, everything's happy, we're like holding hands, and I'm like, hey you, I'm gonna give you something kind of cool. All right, see ya. And it's like, how do you deal with that? I mean, who knows what's gonna happen when you bring somebody back from the dead, as we all know from television, because I don't think it happens in real life, like, shit can get crazy. So I think it's very well intentioned. I love the sentiment behind it, but who knows? I mean, I feel like I was excited that it was so altruistic and like such a sweet thing, but that it was also just a little bit off. Like, you know, to do something like that and then to just be like, all right, peace out, you deal with it. I'm really excited to see what happens with that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, if Chuck were to ask you for a favor, would you consider it a mission from God?
Yeah, but I think that just because he's God, he's also my doofus brother, so I think it depends on how much I want to do it and what I'm going to get out of it. You know, if he's like, hey sis, can you iron my shirts? I'm going to be like, all right, but you do the dishes. That's what it's devolved to. That's all that happens with it now. After all of the like lightning and heavenly battles, it's just like, you take out the trash. No! You ate all the golden grams. Go buy more. So yeah, it'd be a mission from God, but I think we've seen that she doesn't take missions from God like other people do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Cameron. I'm very excited.
Hi.
But I heard you talking a little bit about how you and Rob would want to do an episode a little bit with like a traveling band. But I was just wondering, would you and Rob ever want to do a lip sync battle?
Do we want to do a lip sync battle? Yes! Yes, that's my very simple answer to that. Do I need to sing one? Yeah? Yes, really, really, really. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. I mean, look, they're always going to be competitive. They started out trying to create universes and competing with that. Like, they're going to take it to the max no matter what it is. So, yeah.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Okay, so my question is, you have Crowley and we have Cass, we have Amara, who their vessels have these fixed outfits and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But if realistically, they probably get pretty stank. So I just wanted to ask you, like, what do you think, like, that whole thing would be like in real life? Like, what would you think the whole smell would be?
Oh my God! Really bad. I mean, I don't. I don't want to just like name a whole bunch of really smelly. I mean, you've got like, first of all, the dress is old, so it's a little bit of like old grandma's house smell. It's a little musty like that, and then she's got blood on it from smiting people. It's burned. You got a little bit of like charred smell. And then she's just traipsing through the forest and stuff, so she's probably like, in parks, she's probably like dragged it through some dog poop and not realized it. So just combine all that, and then you can bottle it, and that is the Eau d'Amara. On sale right next to the Justin Bieber cologne. At your local CVS. We're gonna get through, yes!
Hi, I just want to say you're doing fantastic for your first convention. You're hilarious.
Thank you.
The relationship between Amara and Chuck reminded me a lot of my relationship with my brother. Actually, it sounds
Whoa, you guys are trouble.
Yeah, but I wanted to know if you took any inspiration from like your relationship with your brother for that, or is there any similarities between you and Amara and Chuck and you and your brother?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my brother's 7 years older than me, and he has never locked me in a cage for several thousand years. Phew! But yeah, I mean, I could definitely think back to when I was a kid and just feeling like he wasn't paying attention to me, and he wasn't, because we're great friends now, now that we're older, but when I was younger, like I was his dorky little sister, and I would want to like talk to, his really pretty girlfriends that he brought home, and he would just make fun of me, and I would just get so angry, and feeling like you want somebody to see you and to pay attention to you and have them not do that. I could definitely relate to that. I've never been hurt by my brother in anything remotely like what happened with them, but I think with the people that we care about the most, even if they don't mean to hurt us, there are all these little things that can be really, really painful, and we hold on to those, and we want to, we want them to acknowledge them. So that was something that I could connect to. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is that it? Oh my God, you guys, thank you. This was amazing.
Really good.
Yeah, don't grab you.
Don't worry, they're gonna tell you where to go.
Just the whole convention, I've just been like, hey guys, shove me where what? Wrong?
I wondered, because every time I see you, Rob's behind you shoving you. And I was like, what gives? I figured it was his brother-sister.
It's the brother-sister thing.
It is.
I
I just
know.
trust him, right?
There weren't that many girlfriends.
No, there really weren't. We'll work on that.